Hi, my name is Tim, and I'm forgiven. I'm reading this because I want to make sure I stay on course. I want you to be able to follow along. And when I get better at just reciting things, I will. It is one thing to be against something, but this does not signify what it is that you are for. I set out here to clarify what I think are the needs of our country and why. Since healthcare is what is on the plate, I'm going to start with it. By nature, I would not start with healthcare. I believe that there are issues that I think our government should be dealing with, and healthcare is way down the list. Let's look at what seems to be the why about healthcare. It costs a lot of money to care for your health. Because the cost is high, does that make it a political issue? Let's apply this logic to other things. Imagine, if you can, that houses become unaffordable. What do you think would be the natural course of things? I would think that sales would fall and prices would drop. Unless, of course, government intervenes. What would happen then? In our present circumstance, government intervened and prices rose even more. Government insisted that more people qualified and more loans be made. This took houses off the market faster and increased prices. The end result, well, not quite the end, since we're not there yet. Prices drop and properties get foreclosed on by the scores. Everyone pays for the mistake. You can take this journey with anything that is a part of normal and natural living. Food, health, shelter, transportation, retirement, and on and on. This is the way that a government becomes our mother instead of our government. The first thing we must do is take government out of health care. That is like cutting off your leg. Who is man enough to step out on this limb? Government has made health care a social right instead of leaving it a social responsibility. Survival is your responsibility, whether you survive healthily or unhealthily. Whatever personal life path you have taken or have been born into, when, and our government already has, become a part of personal responsibility, the burden gets spread out, and the responsibility gets spread out, and everybody pays. It is in the nature of things that when demand goes up and supply does not keep up, prices go up, and the product quality goes down. It is the very involvement of government that is our current problem. There is no such thing as a free ride. There is no such way for an outside force to manipulate prices down. Now, these two sentences do not seem to make the same point, but they do. There is no such thing as a free ride. There is no such way for an outside force to manipulate prices down. Whatever is dressed up as free is not. Whatever is designed to force prices down forces prices up. Because it's free, it means the price is up and somebody's paying. If you live in the fantasy land of everybody shares everything, you are walking into a self-imposed prison. Know this: if you live in socialism, there are still different classes. The predominant class is poor. Don't mix up the difference between free poor and socialist poor. In free poor, you have opportunity. In socialist poor, this is all of your life, your children's life, and your grandchildren's life. This is the self-imposed prison that you are waltzing into your future with. no opportunity to get out of poverty. I describe our problem as Big Mother. We want a mother so big that she can and does fix every problem. As far as the political side goes, this can be ridden as a way to get votes. It is the only reason to promise to be someone's mother, to get votes. You do not promise these things because you care. If you think you can fix these things, you're an elitist. It is impossible to fix problems by decree that are natural in living. They occur naturally in life. Life and the things that happen in living have unexpected turns that cannot be calculated and prevented. There are preparations and actions that can manipulate life within the individual scale, but not overall and not in all cases. Life is like a box of chocolates. Some of them taste like, we must take phoniness out of politics. Anyone who promises you anything, this promise is never noble. This is not cynicism. I promised my kids a lot of things just because I had them. I could not deliver on all of them, on most of them. It is never wise to promise anything except to do all that you can, to be trustworthy. Promise to be honest and humble. When you promise more than this, you are looking for something to gain. Our government should be about right and wrong, not about people management, not about life management. Government is about laws. It is not about correcting things in nature. Laws govern action, not results. It is the stepping out of the governmental bounds and into the natural bounds that has created problems. This should be the ground floor of any politician's platform, maintaining governmental bounds. I should not and will not step out of the bounds of what government is. If this is not good enough to get him elected, should he pander? I do not think so. I think that his need to pander is a testament about us as a people. And if our guy, the honest and humble candidate, does not get elected, we need to do more to see that he does. If we have got to rely on what he does for him to get elected, he will have to promise what he should not. And at that point, I will not vote for him. I asked a good friend why he didn't run for office, and he told me he'd have to hold his nose, and he wouldn't want to do that. Does running by nature mean that a man is corrupt? We are very near to that reality. If we don't encourage men to be what a politician should be, how can they manage it? Fixing this demands that normal, everyday men are encouraged and do run for office. Pass along this message, and that our future generations are at stake, that they will live in the America that we leave them, that we choose their destination. God help us. God help our grandchildren. God bless America. God bless. Thank you.